How's it going? My name is Chris, and welcome back to the F1 24 VCARB career for today's Texas Grand Prix at Circuit of the Americas, our second home race of the season. If you guys did miss the last episode, we went to Singapore, and we had a really strong showing there. We started first in that race, which is a shocker to me, but we had the car to win, and we had quite a bit of pace to stay ahead of Max pretty much all throughout the first stint. There were some DNFs in the race, the first one being Zhou Yu, which just continues to hurt every time we see it. Him DNFing back-to-back weeks has probably done a number on him. So yeah, hasn't been the greatest of luck for him, but other than that happening, we were kind of stuck at around like the 1.5 to 2 second range ahead of Max until we hit the first pit stop. We had a good enough car, and the main goal is for the team to have a good enough stop to where we can get out even further. However, that didn't happen, as they ended up having a problem on the right rear tire, which unfortunately forced us to come out behind Verstappen, and we ended up having to run Verstappen down. We almost lost it on the first overtaking chance that we had, the following or on the lap on the main straight, that we ended up losing the first position to. But then on the second attempt, we ended up storming right around the outside to take the lead, and we never looked back until a late race safety car came out for Sergio Perez. And it not only was just for Sergio Perez, it was also for Lewis Hamilton, because Lewis decided to run to the back of Sergio Perez's car as he was blowing up, and yeah, he broke his front wing. Debris was spread all over the racetrack, and that forced a safety car. And even though we were pulling away from Max at first, pretty much the safety car just allowed us to regather our focus and pull away from him even more. So for the final 2 laps, we just continued to pull away and rounded the final corner, and we ended up grabbing our 4th career win in this F1 24 playthrough. And it was actually our last win in 2024. And this is now the first video of 2025. So changes are happening. Or not changes, but things are happening. But coming out of Singapore, Max Verstappen still leads atop the championship by now only 31 points ahead of us in P2. And you got Charles Leclerc in 3rd. He's still in contention, about 81 points back. Lando Norris is in P4. Still with a shot, technically. Fernando Alonso in P5. Carlos Sainz in 6th. Lewis Hamilton 7th. Sergio Perez in 8th. George Russell in 9th. And then Oscar Piastri in P10. Then you have Lance Stroll in 11th with a really good run at Singapore, excuse me. So he's pulled further away from Ricciardo. Speaking of Ricciardo, he's 12th, but tied at 17 points with Albon at 13th, as Albon scored yet another point in Singapore. Then you got Ocon 14th, Gasly 15th, Bottas 16th, Magnussen 17th, and then it's still Hülkenberg, Zhou Yu, and Logan Sargent that round out driver standings, and those 3 drivers still have yet to score a point thus far this season. Over on the constructor side, Red Bull extend their championship advantage ahead of Ferrari in P2. Then you have McLaren in 3rd, ourselves in 4th, Mercedes in 5th, the Astons in 6th, Williams in 7th, Alpine in 8th, the Kickstoppers in 9th, and the Haas F1 team in P10. We capitalize on both Mercedes cars not doing well in Singapore to get past them, and both McLarens were decent in Singapore, but they definitely weren't at their best, I guess you could say. But it really hasn't been a good season for McLaren, which is a shocker, because their last big highlight was back in Britain, where Lando won. So there's not really much to really go off of there, but yeah, just kind of a shocker to see McLaren not doing as well. But also, we could just take advantage of the situation, which we did with Mercedes, and we've been slowly chipping away at McLaren. And I think by season's end, if McLaren and Mercedes keep having these terrible, or not terrible, but just not so good races, we can capitalize on it. So it's definitely something that's possible, but I'm not 100% sure if it will happen, but we'll see. Yeah, now I guess it's time to head into the race. There's a boatload of upgrades that are coming in on both my side and Ricciardo's side. The first one's is the improved energy store cells. I don't know if that's going to come in. The hope is that they will, but who knows, man. A lot of upgrades supposed to come in, but if one fails, we do not have the resource points to get it back, because we would have to go through the entire practice session at COTA just to get enough to get the failed part again. And we've done that before many times, and let's just be honest, it might just happen again, but we shall see what'll happen today. So let's go on ahead and answer time. This is a 3-week break, by the way, from Singapore to COTA. This is the second, I think, 3-week break that is occurring, or the first of 2, because we have a triple header that goes all the way to Brazil, or not Brazil. Where does it go all the way to? It goes all the way to Brazil, and then it starts up again in Vegas, and then we have another 3-week break, and then it starts up again in Vegas, and we go all the way to Abu Dhabi come season's end. So back-to-back 3 race weekends. We'll just see how that all goes. But let's go ahead and advance through time and see what comes in and what doesn't. The improved energy store cells do come in. We do get weekly resources and running costs. We're now in the month of October. None of Ricciardo's upgrades right there came in. The redesign brake ducts and energy store approved positions did come in.
Okay, mate.
So
I know we were expecting some new developments to come through, but I'm afraid to say that some of them have failed quality control.
After we talking about them, they
what to redevelop via the R&D.
They got up to second now, so that's a big jump for them. See, the fuel tank position didn't come in, and yeah, I don't even have enough to get that in, so we're gonna have to wait to get it in. But maybe we'll get the other upgrade in the fuel flow regulator, so we'll get more weekly resources, and the fuel flow regulator does in fact come in, and we are still ahead of Williams, but I think now over on the engine side, yeah, so ourselves and Red Bull are leveled. Chassis we're still struggling on. We got to focus on that. We can buy this again, so this will come in after Mexico and right before Brazil, so we'll definitely get that in. And yeah, and also with that one aerodynamic upgrade, it unlocks all this, and we're now 5th best on aero. So 3rd best on engine, 5th best on aero, and 2nd worst in chassis. But we'll also have to see what kind of gets hit by this new regulation thing that's supposedly happening. But yeah, over this 3-week time span, some things are changing. And one of the things that hasn't changed is the fact that Kick Sauber and Haas are still swapping places all down at the bottom of the pecking order right there. So yeah, that definitely something. It's definitely something to go off of. But now it's time to head to COTA for the Circuit of the Americas. So I'm gonna go ahead, hop out of the race weekend, do practicing and qualifying. I'll meet all of you guys in the race.
Forget pit stops, forget fuel management. It's pedal to the metal all the way here as we get ready for today's sprint. We have 10 turns to the left and 10 turns to the right here at the fantastic Circuit of the Americas. Overtaking opportunities into turn 1 and turn 12 at this anti-clockwise track. It's 3.6 miles long, and we should see average lap speeds of around 126 miles per hour. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And starting next to them is George Russell. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Norris, Oscar Piastri, Fernando Alonso, Sainz, Albon, Hamilton, Perez, Stroll, Smith, Ricciardo, Gasly, Ocon, Zhou, Bottas, Magnussen, Hülkenberg, and Logan Sargent. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint.
All right, rolling off P12 for today's sprint. Gotta say, I'm a little bit disappointed in the qualifying that we had for the sprint here, but I felt like I did the best really I could in the one lap that I gave myself. because it's not the normal knockout qualifying for sprints this season. It's one 18-lap session. So, and that implies also for the main race itself. So I unfortunately can't change it back to the full qualifying for the race. But when it comes to the sprint, we do short qualifying, and I feel like I was on par or on pace for a pretty good lap. It felt good around the racetrack. And then I hit that start-finish line, and I only saw that I got P12, and I was only one spot ahead of my teammate. So I was pretty pissed when I saw that, but I do know that we definitely have pace in this car, and we're gonna try to show it in today's sprint. And so, yeah, I mean, Taylor race strategy, it's gonna be just one tire, one set. Second slower for the personalized, which is a little bit concerning, but to each their own. So, yeah, I think we should be fine though on the medium tire for the sprint. I don't think anybody's gonna go on the softs, because if they try to go 10 laps in the softs, it might be a bad idea. I'm not 100% sure, but truth be told, it has happened before, has happened a couple times, so you never know. You never know what people might just end up randomly fucking doing. You just never know. But yeah, so we'll go on ahead and hop into this race, and we'll see what we can do here in the sprint. Let's go. Whew, wow. What a start. Oh shit. We'll slam right to the back of Albon. Okay. That terrified me a little bit when I got loose out of that corner. Whew, shit. My wrist is hurting already. Fuck. That's not good. And we're only in the sprint. We're not even a lap down. Ugh. Made it, but like I said, good start up into P8, and now we just got to try to pick our way through the rest of these guys.
DRS
all right, lap one down.
This lap, we can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
The crazy thing is we're kind of already training, so I'm just gonna say this right now: none of the AI are gonna make a move, even in DRS. The only person that might make a move is probably going to be Max up ahead, but that's about it. So nice to whip it through that series of corners again. I'll be honest. It's so nice. Can we get a run on Oscar?
Okay, some information on Piastri.
Oh.
Okay, they're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Yeah, I was actually about to be, you know, proud of myself because I was actually catching Oscar, but now he has an issue, so he's going to slow down. Great. The so-called battle I thought I was going to have with him is not really much of a battle anymore now, is it? Yeah, this will be a quick and easy pass on Oscar. His season thus far, it started off well. Now it's just gone down the fucking drain for Oscar this season.
Nice work,
part of me
mate.
actually feels really bad for him. We're up to P7 now. Oops, shit, I just fucking skipped the entirety of that corner. My bad, I didn't mean to do that. Max is definitely going to have some competition up ahead with the Merc of Russell and the McLaren of Norris. I'd say we're going to be competition as well, but so far hasn't been the case. Albon and Piastri are going at it. Albon looks to have gotten the spot. That Williams is doing pretty good this deep into the season. At the hands of Albon, I'll give him that. Hey, fastest lap, 133.395. Let's go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold the fuck. Hold the phone. Holy shit, what a move. I did not expect. That caught me by surprise. What the shit? I didn't think I would just switch back signs like that. Like there was no problem. Holy Jesus Christ. That caught me off guard. I'm the one that passed them. What the hell? All right, P6, let's go. Making moves. Slowly. But we're making them. Now, Alonso's going to be different because he's going to be more of a pain in the ass to get around. I've had experience of trying to pass Alonso in the past. It has not been pretty. Fuck! That really hurt my wrist. Holy shit. I can't even believe I saved that.
Okay, focus. We need to stay
fuck,
on
that
form.
hurt. Ah. Oh, my wrist does not feel good. That, the shit. It's my fucking right wrist too. Fuck! Ah. We'll get back past signs. This is gonna be painful all race. With the force feedback, it does not help.
Okay, gap to the car ahead, 2.3 seconds.
Just gotta fight through the pain at this rate. Even if it's gonna fucking kill me. The fact that I didn't crash right there is a miracle. That was really painful. I'm not gonna lie. Holy shit, that fucking hurt. God! Fuck! I'm sorry for getting frustrated, but that just made the pain go from like a 1 from like a fucking not a 1 out of 10. On a scale of 1 to 10 though, it went from a fucking like 4 to now a 7. Ah! Fuck, that hurt, dude. The fact this race car has not found the wall after those two instances where it probably should have. I'm thankful to be a fucking live right now. Holy. Y'all have no idea. Okay, for once, I didn't actually fucking hurt myself going through that section of the track. I was as cautious as could be through there. Whew. I'm just trying not to move my right wrist as much, because the more I move it, the more pain I'm in. But I have to turn, so it's just bad.
Okay.
Okay, we have 3 laps to go. I've almost crashed twice now. I'm still running 6. I'm like keeping a nice gap to Sainz. I'm not catching Alonso or anything. We're still running. And I'm in a world of pain because now my left hand is starting to hurt. This is the sprint, by the way. This isn't the main race. This is the fucking sprint.
Okay, be careful. We think you're going to start losing some tyre grip anytime now.
Probably doesn't help that I just had like 2 major fucking slides that may have contributed to that.
Caution, caution.
Oh, yellow ahead. Is that for Alonso? That's for Alonso. He's blowing up. Fuck! Hey, y'all remember when I wasn't trying to hurt my wrist again? I hurt it again. Fun.
Okay, clear.
We're P5 now. With 2 to go. Alonso's out. It hasn't showed it yet, but he's out. He'll stop eventually. There he is. He stopped. Somehow I did not get...
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 3
track limits right there.
seconds.
For sure the FIA has been looking at the moves I've been making that are me fucking taking advantage of the non-strict rules, and they're probably gonna make them even stricter for next season. If I keep this up. My wrist hurts though. My wrist and my hand both hurt. I was doing fine up until Alonso just blew up right in front of me. And he was right in my path too. That was the shitty part.
Okay, you just started the
final lap
of the race.
The sprint in COTA. Max is still leading this race, so he's gonna gain some points on us. So we're gonna lose out to both McLaren and Mercedes. But we should be fine. Don't fucking spin it out. Holy shit. We're gonna lose out to Leclerc as well, who's behind us in the Drivers' Championship. I mean, pretty much the top 4 we're gonna lose out. We're gonna lose points to, especially Max. But this is the one time where I'm okay with that. Because I don't expect to win the championship. I'm not in the right car to do that. The fact I'm even second to begin with is insane. I just now realized Sainz is trying to fucking overtake me. Holy shit. What is that? I saw something on my right front tire. Was that the treads coming off? Oh shit. I think we're about done with this fucking race. It's getting bad. Tires are, I don't know about the mediums. The mediums come Sunday, I'm not liking it. Not liking it whatsoever. I have to save this damn car one more time. My wrist is going to die. Well, Max is going to win the sprint. I'm going to finish P5 in the sprint in our fucking... Jesus Christ. Oh.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
Yeah, sure. Can I get an ice pack too? For both my fucking hand and wrist? Driver of the day, yay. From 12th to 5th. I'll take it. Ah! Fuck! Alright, so the sprint is in the books. Congratulations to Max on the dub. He'll extend his lead ahead of us by 4 points coming out of today. So, there's that for you. Mercedes gained 3 points on us in the constructors, and Lando and Charles both gained 2 and 1 points on us. McLaren eke out 2 more points because of Lando. Hopefully in the race we can get Ricciardo up there. We might have to. Like, I'm not gonna really be able to do a whole lot because my wrist is it's seen better days, I'll tell you that much. But we were the quickest, which was the crazy part. So yeah. But yeah, so congratulations to Max in the sprint dub. George with the P2, especially coming off the back of Singapore. Really good result for him. Lando's P3, Leclerc P4, ourselves in P5, Carlos Sainz in 6th, Sergio Perez in 7th, and Alexander Albon gets the final point in 8th, which also means he's now ahead of Ricciardo in the Drivers' Championship because of that 1 point. And then Lewis Hamilton 9th, and Lance Stroll finishes P10. Gasly in 11th, Ricciardo in 12th. Ricciardo, I swear, man. I'm doing better than him. And I hurt myself. And I still managed to get a P5. What the shit? Zhou Guanyu 13th, he needed that. Valtteri Bottas 14th, Hulkenberg in 15th, and Kevin Magnussen in 16th. Oscar Piastri finished in 17th, Logan Sargent 18th, Esteban Ocon 19th, and Fernando Alonso was the only DNF in P20. So that is the sprint all wrapped up. Now it is time to head into Saturday qualifying for the main race on Sunday. So next time I'll see you guys is on Sunday for the main race. So you all done? I gotta go get an ice pack for my wrist though. This shit hurts a lot.
Well, you don't need me to remind you that Formula One is now so beloved in the United States that we race here 3 times a year. But let's give respect to COTA, or the Circuit of the Americas, to give it its full name. This place laid the foundations for this moment and still remains the host of the US Grand Prix. It's the Circuit of the Americas then, situated 14 miles outside of the great city of Austin. This is a 3.6-mile lap with 20 corners, 10 to the left and 10 to the right, and top speeds of around 200 miles per hour. Overtaking opportunities are available into turns 1 and 12, especially with that rear wing DRS wide open. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Oscar Piastri lines up on pole position, just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event from P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Leclerc, Norris, Stroll, Albon, Magnussen, Sainz, Ocon, Verstappen, Ricciardo, Hamilton, Perez, Smith, Gasly, Hulkenberg, Bottas, Sargent, Zhou, and Fernando Alonso rounds off the grid. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. And with me for this commentary this afternoon, former racing driver Naomi Schiff. Let's look at their season, and particularly against their teammate. Fair to say, they've got the better of them more often than not. Now, you're the racing driver in this partnership, so tell us about this racing driver. Put us in their shoes. How are they going to be feeling?
It's a very special time for the drivers. It's almost like everything around you slows down and you become hyper aware. So your nerves slightly go up, your adrenaline's going up. It's the perfect time to start focusing on your visualizations and preparing for the race. So you want to avoid distractions and really stay cool, calm, and focused.
All right, so we're rolling off P14 today. We are 1 row back from where we started in the sprint, but there's a reason behind it. I was very, very cautious when it came to qualifying. In qualifying, nothing too spectacular really happened, except for really just me being super cautious and trying not to hurt myself as much as I already had with my wrist in the sprint. And even though I suffered quite a bit and I lost yet another qualifying round to Ricciardo, it opens up the door perfectly for the both of us to score some points. But we just need to get off the line well and have Ricciardo be around us for it. But I don't know how easy or difficult it's going to be, but I know that I'm trying to still play the team game and help Ricciardo out as much as I possibly can, because he really needs it. So even though we qualified P16 with some of the grid penalties pushing us up to P14, it worked out in the end. So yeah, gotta come back from back of the pack again, just like we did in the sprint. But we'll take a look at the race strategy. Looks like it's gonna be a medium to hard strat. We're going to try to take care of our tires as best we can, because in the sprint we did not do that. And if I've learned anything from the sprint, it's we need to manage our tires to the best of our ability. So otherwise, we're going to have situations like what happened in the sprint where I end up hurting my wrist, like, quite bad. So this will be interesting, to say the least. So yeah, but without further ado, let's go on ahead and hop into this race and let us see what we can do. Let's go. I'll say this. if Ricciardo could go from the outside and jump to the inside, like get a jump on Hamilton and continue with that momentum, and say like we have something similar, we could probably just freight train everybody with Ricciardo if he can get a good enough start and drop to the bottom almost immediately. He'll have to jump Verstappen, which that in and of itself quite a pain to do, but even if he doesn't, we'll try the best we can to score some points and try to make up for pretty much
no threat of rain for the time being. Conditions
what we
good.
lost in the sprint. So just kind of depends really on how this whole thing kind of shapes out for us. Ricciardo did the thing. Ricciardo did the thing that I wanted him to do. He dropped to the inside immediately. Let's go, Ricciardo. I think he fucking heard me too. I think that was awesome. He didn't gain any spots out of that, but he dropped to the bottom. Good on Ricciardo. Now, we'll see if he can get around K-Mag here. Oh, damn it. I was really trying to force Ricciardo to go deep into that corner to get the spot off K-Mag. Come on, Ricciardo. We can do this, bud. We can do this. Fuck the championship for now. Points are up for grabs. No. Come on, Ricciardo. Yes. Yes. Hold it. Get him. Come on. You got it, Ricciardo. Come on. I'm not leaving you. Come on, do it. Yes, Ricciardo. Let's go. Ricciardo did the fucking thing. And now we follow him through. Alright, so now it's time to pull some Austria on Ricciardo. Drag him along to the front. I'm also going to conserve my tires at the same time, so I was also kind of hoping that maybe I was really hoping to get Ricciardo around K-Mag way sooner than what I did. But don't worry, the plan is set in motion. I'll pass Ricciardo here, and then I'll just drag him along. Don't worry, Ricciardo. You'll see what I'm doing, all right? Stay behind me. Follow me. If you're wondering where I'm taking you, there's some guys up ahead that need passing. And some points to be gained. So I'm going to keep them within a second, all the while saving ERS, and I'm gonna drag him up to these guys ahead of me. We have a fast enough car to pass a good chunk of these guys. I almost just activated DRS, but I can't. Come on, Ricciardo. There you go, buddy. Okay, we'll just do this until we catch the guys ahead. I'm not leaving him again. What's funny is I didn't even need to use my energy that time. Come on, Ricciardo. Stay within a second. Or say under a second. Those 5/10s. I'm liking it. I want you to be close. The goal is to save my tires. And I think as of right now, that is exactly what I'm doing. Saving my tires. Because I'm not trying to push to get past anybody right now.
Okay, mate, it's Verstappen ahead. We don't want to let this hold us up too long, so do your best to get past and get on with the race.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to happen then. Because I'm trying to get Ricciardo in a better position at this point. I get I'm in a championship fight with him. I get it. I really, really fucking do. My teammate's more important. Okay, I'm sorry, he is. My teammate's more important. Well, they're fighting up there. Good. Well, they were. If we can pass Ocon up here, that'll be good, because then they'll leave the door open for Ricciardo as well. See, I'm gaining on Verstappen, but I'm wanting Ricciardo to gain with me. But I'm pulling away and it's annoying me because I don't want to. I know the pace that we have in this thing on my end. Just Ricciardo doesn't have the same fucking shit. Yeah, Max just blew right by Ocon. Holy fuck. They're really fighting up there. Holy shit, what's that? Is that a Williams going at it with a Ferrari? Yeah, it is. Wow. I would love to be a part of this fight if Ricciardo can come with. Ricciardo, get closer. Come on. If I back up towards him, I'm pretty much backing up the guys behind, so there's no points, you know?
Green flag.
Oh, yellow behind. That is not for Ricciardo. I thought for a second it was. But it's for someone else back behind. Don't know who that's for, though. It's for Perez back there. Shit.
Some information on Perez.
Checo's out.
Out of this race.
Rip to Checo. Yeah, if the Williams and the Ferrari just keep fighting up here, we can catch them. I just need Ricciardo to get fucking closer to me. Get closer.
And gap to the car in front.
By this point in the sprint, my tires were shot dead. This time in the race, they're nowhere near to where they were in the sprint. And another thing, too, we're now under 2 seconds behind Ocon. Oh yeah, baby. However, because Ricciardo isn't fucking close enough, I have to slow down so he can get near me. The only thing saving this whole thing is the Williams and the Ferrari are fighting each other so hard, it's backing up the guys behind them. That it allows me to slowly close in, and it allows Ricciardo to still get DRS off me. This will fucking work, and I know I want it to. I want it to work. We're closing in slowly. Slowly, we're closing in. Ricciardo, you're drifting a little bit too far away. He's still within a second. I'm so close to being within DRS range too. That's the crazy part. I'm not ditching Ricciardo. I know he might be in a heated teammate rivalry. I can't ditch him. RB ditched him in real life. I ain't doing it in this fucking game. For some reason, I got air into my left arm. Just some cold air just went right underneath my sleeve, and it actually was nice. It actually felt nice. It's a little bit weird thing to say, but It's nice. Come on, if I could just get closer. If the two ahead can fight a little bit more, that's all I ask. To get closer, but they're not fighting. The Ferrari, I think, killed his tires. If that Ferrari is Charles, I'm gonna fucking laugh my ass off. Because of all cars, a Williams is not what he should be fighting right now. He should be up at the front with the two McLarens and the Merc.
I've got information on Stroll. They've got an issue with their car. They're going to be slow.
That's ahead of us.
Right, I'm afraid we didn't quite meet
That's
our
fine.
targets there, but don't worry about it. Get your
That
head
is
down,
100%
chin up,
fine.
and let's focus on the rest of this race.
So if Max passes him in this next DRS straight, he can hold up Ocon. And that'll open the door for myself and Ricciardo. Ricciardo, please stay within a second. Oh my god, they're close. I'm almost within DRS range. This is gonna kill it though, because the hope was that Stroll would be ahead of Ocon going into this section of the track, but he won't be. Oh, he blocked him. Oh, shit. So Stroll's still gonna block Ocon. He's fighting Verstappen too. What is up with Stroll? You madman. You finally backed out of it. Okay, I have an idea. And I'm gonna hope and pray to God that it works. So Stroll's holding up Ocon. That's the thing that I was hoping he would do. Thank you, Stroll. Yes, Ricciardo! Yes!
You're going to be on hards next time.
Come on, Ricciardo! Okay, Ricciardo. I have a plan. That worked. Fuck off, Stroll. Get the fuck out of here. It worked. Now Ricciardo just needs to pass Ocon. I did that for Ricciardo. Okay, Ricciardo. Now it's time for us to go catch Ocon and pass him, okay? Do it together. I promise. And then I'm gonna do what I did before, and I'm just gonna drag your ass along. Someone else has issues up ahead. That's the Ferrari.
Mate, Daniel's ahead of you now. Right, here we go.
Who's that?
Let's look to get past quickly and put them on the back foot.
Oh, it's Sainz. Sainz was the one fighting the Williams. He's out. Oh, shit. Ricciardo, get Ocon. I'll help you. No, don't do that. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. There you go. I'm not trying to pass you. I want you to get Ocon. I know you can get that fucking Alpine. I know you can. Now look, he might be intimidating, but he's not that intimidating. Do you want me to go get him for you? So I can do that. Looks like we're gonna be pitting this time. The hope is to get Ricciardo past Ocon, though. I'm really trying to do that. That's like step number 1. Get Ricciardo past Ocon. I was really hoping that in that whole squabble with Stroll, Ricciardo would be able to get around both Ocon and Stroll, but unfortunately he didn't. Plan only worked out for one of the drivers, but not both. And all things considered, the fact that I made it to lap 13 is a shocker to me. Oh, I got him so much more closer to Ocon. I literally bump drafted him towards him too.
Distance to the speed limit line as you approach, and make sure you don't speed.
If Ocon comes in, we better have a fast enough stop to where I can actually get out ahead of him. So by that point, I can just hold him up. Is he coming in? Yes, he is. Don't worry, Ricciardo, I got you.
Oh, mate, great stuff. You hit that target. That sets us up nicely for the rest of this race.
So, Gasly came in, Verstappen came in. Fuck. Okay. Norris also pitted as well.
Okay, let's go now. Oh, perfect job from you.
Where did I get out? I did get out ahead of Ocon. Fuck yeah.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
Hells to the yeah. We got out ahead of Ocon. Let's fucking go. Hell yeah. Now we just try to stay ahead of him and make sure that Ricciardo comes out ahead of both of us, essentially. But I also don't want to lose too much time to where maybe others will jump me. That's my main fear. Hopefully Ricciardo comes in this time. Okay, he is.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button. Daniel's in for his stop.
He might be able to get out just ahead of us. I'm trying my absolute fucking hardest to back him into him. Timed it perfectly. P7 and P8, let's go. Couldn't have asked for it any better. Let's fucking go, Ricciardo. I saw him come out and I was like, let me just brake check Ocon. And we got Ricciardo out ahead of him. Let's go. I'm gonna use all my fucking ERS essentially to get up to Ricciardo. Just come back up, it's okay. You literally do not have to worry about a damn thing. I want to try to pull away just by being behind Ricciardo. But I also want to get out ahead of him so I can pull him further away. I just need to get out of Ocon's DRS. Now's not the right time to do it, but we'll just see. That worked. That actually worked. Okay, Ricciardo, just follow me the rest of this fucking race, please. I will give you P7 at the end of the race. I promise you. I fucking promise you, I will give you P7 at the end of this fucking race. Just stay behind me, pal. This will be a big fucking day for Ricciardo. Just drag him along with me. Let's fucking go. Got a faster lap time, but did not get the fastest lap, unfortunately. I don't like how close fucking Alonso's getting to Ricciardo. I really do not like that. Okay, I'm just gonna use my ERS and just use that as another excuse to pull Ricciardo. I don't want him passing me. I literally just want him to stay in the wake of my DRS.
Okay, so all of our tyre pressure data is currently reading 0. Assuming they still look inflated to you, we're going to guess that it's just a bad sensor. Shouldn't be anything to worry about.
Again, how do we, like, continue to have this fucking problem? Where we just don't have, where the data, or the fucking tire data just sucks balls. And it just reads 0 constantly.
Okay, mate. Right, we've got a full battery, which means we can use more of it to gain performance. Let's go.
They want me to drain it to 24.5%. That's pretty easy. Just give me this straight and have that down to that amount in no time. I'm already in the 90s. Holy shit. It's going down, but not as fast as they would have liked for it to go down. I realized how far ahead I was getting up Ricciardo that I purposefully backed out of it or didn't use my ERS just so I didn't pull away from him, because I saw I was almost a second ahead of him. And I know Alonso's slowly reaching our grasp. Mine and Ricciardo's. Funny thing too is we're also catching Albon, and I'm not even trying to catch Albon. I'm trying to keep Ricciardo with me. You know what? Maybe I'll let him go by. Not wreck the thing too.
Use your overtake button for more power. We need to push.
I just not realize I'm on the last lap to get it down to that fucking 24.5 mark.
Great stuff, mate. You
There we
hit
go.
the target well there. Nice one. There's a long way to go in this race, though, so keep your head down.
It's only 8 laps to go. It's not that big of a deal. Calm down. Appreciate my car for just snapping sideways. That was awesome. I think Ricciardo knew that Alonso was catching him, so he passed me to put a buffer in between us two, which is very big brain play from him. We've all done that though, so I've done it. Alonso's done it. Hamilton's done it. Fucking Albon's probably done it. In all honesty, I think I have to get it by Ricciardo. I have to. I have no choice. But I don't want Alonso passing him. Because the reason why is because, like, I feel like we can catch Albon, but, like,
to the car in front.
I feel like with Ricciardo in front, it's not going to really matter. Like, we just weren't gaining anything. As a matter of fact, we were just kind of stationary in our position. Just 3 seconds back. Not really much to go off of. Ricciardo tried going for the spot on me. I'm still trying to drag him to Albon, but I do know Alonso's getting racy behind him, so it's kind of hard to do that. crazy is this still works. Albon's about to get another really good fucking finish for Williams here in about 5 laps. Which I just now realized I have not done a lap with Chris this entire fucking race, so I guess now's the perfect time to do a lap with Chris here at COTA. Enjoy.
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. Okay,
And that has been a lap with Chris at COTA.
3.8 seconds.
And may as well give the position to Ricciardo, because I was hoping to catch Albon, and unfortunately we aren't, so yeah, may as well give the spot to Ricciardo. I mean, I was going to give 7th place back to him already, but me not being able to catch Albon kind of sealed my fate, so I was like, you know what? Get the position back. So now he'll run P7 all the way to the checker flag. And I'll run P8 to the checkered. And that is 100% fine. He'll lose points on Albon, but he'll at least gain on Stroll, who is, funnily enough, 1 position behind Lewis. Got 2 to go, and pretty much just going to be riding around behind Ricciardo for the rest of the race, because if I want this P7 and P8, this double points finish for RB, then now's the best time to do it. This is like the best opportunity we have for this, so I'm trying to take advantage of it as much as we can. Also, like, bump drafted him down the straight too, so kind of like multiple things happening all at once. I mean, I'm pushing him essentially. I'm pulling a Belgium on his ass. Still got him on the inside, but that's not going to mean a whole lot because I'm just going to hold him up. He thinks I'm slow, but I'm not actually slow. I'm purposefully trying to hold him up so Ricciardo can get away.
Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
All right. I think, in all honesty, this finish for us today is a pretty damn good finish. We still got to go one more circuit around here, but at the end of the race, it'll all be worth it, trust me. I'll say this though, my left hand has gotten better because of how conservative I've been pretty much the entire race. My wrist still is impeded by a little bit. Yeah, Alonso, you're not gonna get around us. Nope. Alrighty.
Okay, there's been an incident on track resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time.
Well, I've completely destroyed the side
car.
of my car just so Ricciardo and I can keep P7 and 8. And a bit of a shocker, Lando Norris comes on with the dub. How does this car handle with all this damage? Not too bad, just a loss of drag, pretty much. But me and Ricciardo are going to round the final series of corners. And we're going to take a much deserved P7 and P8 right there. It was a little bit dirty at the end with Alonso, but like I said, I was making sure we were getting that P7 and P8. Ricciardo gets points, we get points. This is what we need in the fight for the constructors and driver of the day. Let's go. Again, it was dirty at the end. I'm aware.
Lando
It's fine.
Norris, take a bow. At last, a winner in Formula One.
Such an important victory at this stage of the season. Any points you can achieve to go towards the table is really going to mean a lot to the team. So well done as they prepare for the end of the season.
And look at that, they're making their way out onto the podium now. Great race from the McLaren team, and I'm very happy to see them there on that top step of the podium.
Well, it definitely wasn't the cleanest ending that I've had. It did result in a P7 and a P8 on the behalf of myself and Ricciardo. And Ricciardo will gain on Stroll, and he'll lose 2 to Albon. Actually, he loses 3 to Albon, but there's still enough time for him to gain those type of points back, and hey, maybe he'll even beat Albon and Stroll with our help. So again, I know wasn't the cleanest. In all honesty, I wish I backed up the corner before the DRS straight before I went on ahead and it did what I ended up doing. So I'm a bit frustrated at myself because I know I could have done way better in that regard, and I chose not to. So that's on me, and I'll take responsibility for that. But yeah, so Lando Norris for the first time since Britain gets the job done. They get much deserved points. George Russell and that Mercedes, they get 19 points, so they get pretty much almost the points that we made up on them back at the end of Singapore. So good on them. Actually, they made 9 points because myself and Ricciardo got 10. So they still made up points towards us. Then you got Charles finishing in 3rd. Congratulations to him. Then Oscar Piastri, P4. Not bad. Max pulls away by 6 more points, but with a P5 finish. Albon with a P6. That Williams is kicking into high gear this late in the season. Only a matter of time to see what that Williams has for season 2. Can't wait. And then obviously Ricciardo in 7th, myself in 8th, Hamilton in 9th, and Alonso 10th. I forgot how Hamilton finished in 9th, so they got 21 points. So they gained 11 points on us actually, which is even more insane. Then you got Lance Stroll in 11th, Kevin Magnussen 12th, Logan Sargent 13th, Esteban Ocon 14th, Zhou Guanyu 15th, Valtteri Bottas 16th, Gasly 17th, Hulkenberg 18th, and then the DNFs, Carlos Sainz in 19th, and Sergio Perez in 20th. So, even though we lose some out to Max, we ended up helping our Ricciardo the best of our abilities. And I think it worked out, funny enough. So yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and check the standings. So coming out of COTA, Max Verstappen now leads by 41 points ahead of us in 2nd. And then you have Charles Leclerc in 3rd, 69 points back. Nice. He's 3 races back, but there's still enough time, especially with another sprint in Qatar. So that's time. And Brazil, I forgot about that. Then you got Lando Norris in P4 with the dub. He's technically still in contention. He's just above 5 races back, so he keeps up this momentum. He could still be in the fight come season's end. Then you got Alonso in 5th, Sainz in 6th, Hamilton 7th, Russell in 8th, Piastri in 9th, and Sergio Perez in 10th. So Piastri finally passes Perez for P10. Then you have Alonso in 11th, Albon 12th now, Ricciardo now in 13th. 10 back from Stroll. That's definitely doable come season's end. Ocon 14th, Gasly 15th, Bottas in 16th, and Kevin Magnussen in 17th. That is the last driver with the point, or in points, or that scored a point this season rather. And it is still Hulkenberg, Zhou Guan Yu, and Logan Sargent without a single point scored. And then over on the constructor side, Red Bull still lead by 43 ahead of Ferrari in P2. McLaren now have extended their gap ahead of us in P3. We're still in P4, but only by 2 points ahead of Mercedes in P5. They got the Astons in 6th, the Williams team in 7th, Alpine 8th, the Kickstoppers in 9th, and Haas in 10th. So it's heating up. It's definitely heating up between ourselves and Mercedes. So it's gonna get pretty interesting come season's end, and McLaren, because we're still technically in the fight with McLaren. So it's gonna be one hell of a finale to this season. So. And this is the weekend who scored the most points. Norris and Russell scored the most out of anybody out of the entire weekend. So, yeah, and my 4 points from the sprint really helped. So, it works out in the end. But yeah, so that's COTA though. What a race. Glad we got Ricciardo with some good points. We just move on to the next one, and we keep trying to get him up there past Stroll and past Albon. So we're going to be doing for the rest of the season, pretty much. Oh, wow. So I had a feeling we were going to win this rivalry sooner rather than later. But, yeah, so we won the heated rivalry between myself and Ricciardo, which boosts my focus up to 5,000, or gives me 5,340 extra focus. Holy shit. That's insane. Experience 73, hell yeah. Racecraft's pretty good. Awareness, okay. Pace, all right. Focus up to 84, and RTG 85. Wow, wow, wow. God dang, that's really all I have to say. Just god dang. We're now at our overall rating of 85. I did not think we would hit this, and then, well, we ended up doing that. We're almost in the 90s with our pace and awareness and focus and racecraft. Racecraft's so close. It's probably going to happen. And because of that, we gain 2 more recognition. So we are 2 recognition off getting a 3rd R&D secret upgrade, which should help us out. Ricciardo's focus is awful. He's still at a 74 focus, but hopefully that starts to slowly go back up. We got the manufacturing expert thing done, wind tunnel, material fabrication, and quality assurance. So we got all the specialist things done. Let's go! We did all the things. Fuck yeah. Back home at last. Home just on the outskirts of fucking Monaco. I wish I could have picked a location. The roll dampers came in! Yes! A thing came in! Let's go! And there's a regulation change for the fucking aerodynamics. I had a feeling that was gonna happen. But yes, the chassis thing came in. So we're making progress on chassis. Let's go. But now, we gotta turn our focus to here. We have 8 parts that are at risk. And there are 8 weeks remaining to adapt all these parts. Eesh. So, for some reason, the overwheel winglets are cheaper, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna adapt the part for next year. We'll do that one first, and then the next one we'll do the beam wing. So pretty much throughout the rest of the season, pretty much. Because also Ricciardo's looking at was looking at the aerodynamics. I think he still is. Unless Ricciardo decides to buy, for some fucking reason, some aerodynamics before the season ends, I do know that if we could get all these adapted and say like Red Bull don't, or like all the teams don't get all their parts adapted somehow, they might suffer and we might just jump them a lot. So I don't have anything to buy anything new. The upgrades that we should have coming in should still put us ahead of Ferrari, and the MGUH reliability and the oil pressure pump are one of them. So I think there's a durability upgrade that wasn't repurchased, or I think Ricciardo ended up repurchasing it, the one that failed last time. So yeah, but over the next 5 races, we're just gonna get as much resource points as possible and adapt these aerodynamic parts slowly but surely. So I think we can get them all by season's end, and we'll just have to wait and see. I don't know if we have the... There's a person here that helps with the yeah, the strategy analysis helps with the practice program resource points that you earn. They don't return until 2 weeks from now, which is Brazil. No, Vegas, actually. They don't return until Vegas. So yeah, that's fun. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification down below for some more. Next race is the Mexico City Grand Prix, one of my all-time favorites. Maybe something big will happen. I have no idea. But it's been a one hell of a ride, and we're getting oh so close to finishing this up, little by little. So thank you guys so much. Love each and every single one of you. Have a great day, everyone. Love you all to death. Happy New Year's, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a great day, everyone, and goodbye.